should be good enough for a majority of you too. Now hitting on the cameras, this is another massive difference as well. Now Samsung I think always makes the best cameras. Google may actually take that, standard this year if the Pixel 6 is really that great. Now with the S20 FE you have a 12 megapixel wide angle lens, an 8 megapixel telephoto lens, then a 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor, where the Google Pixel 5a has that 12.2 megapixel wide angle lens, then a 16 megapixel ultra wide sensor. So you are getting an additional telephoto lens on the S20 FE. In my personal opinion, I like having that telephoto lens, but if you have a really good ultra wide sensor, then you'll pretty much be okay for the most part. Now you have the capability of shooting 4K at 60 on both, so that's a really cool advantage on both, and I may still give the edge to the S20 FE here. I like having that additional sensor, but here's the other thing. There's just something about Samsung. They just throw all of their features that they have on that camera, and although I like the minimalistic approach as the Pixel 5a's camera has, I do like how Samsung just throws all these types of different features on their, specific phone. Even if the quality is a little bit better on the 5a, I like having that more customizability on the S20 FE, so I will give a little bit of an advantage and a little bit of leeway in that standpoint, but the 5a still has a really good camera and I'm actually pretty happy about it. Now the front is the bigger difference. The S20 FE, 32 megapixel front facing camera where you can do 4K at 60 videos. The 5a can only do 1080p video. Now that's another kind of disadvantage for the 5a. They have a pretty decent back facing camera, but the front camera really isn't that great. So that's another pretty big thing to keep in mind. I'm a fan of both phones, but I'm pretty sure with the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, you are getting a little bit of a better camera than the Google Pixel 5a. But the 5a's camera is still pretty good for sure. So in terms of camera, that covers it up there. Now here